Last time on Dungeons and Dragons, you took a venture into a assassin stranger's mindscape, not on purpose, but as you were possessed by her, attempting to heal her of her ailments. When you got there, you discovered a rock floating in the middle of nothingness with a lot of worms. Worms were very prevalent. Following the worms and listening to their message they wrote out in their own slime, you ended up spilling out some of your own secrets, including Gronk's crisis of faith, Roku's end goal, and Sweetie's attempts to safely remove the eye in the hand from Roku himself. Despite that rocky start, you continued on to operate on one another with relative success, taking bits of damage here or there, but you eventually ended up in the Worm Queen's chamber herself, sometimes invoking her true name that you had discovered to give her a disadvantage. And eventually, after a dominate person attempt on Roku and success in that matter, when her concentration was broke, Roku used the hand of the eye to basically go right back at her and make her discern how they could possibly leave this area and the woman's brain. And by restraining her outside of her main arches or pillars, you all spoke her true name and were teleported amongst the ship in the same room you guys were in when you left. With her standing tied up in the middle of the room. And that is where I open it back to you, where a large pile of worms in a cloak now stands tied flimsily with a rope in the center of the room.
Right.
Now what?
Yeah. What's the game plan?
You see the two assassin twins now both staring up at you. It seems as though the male has been tending to his sister as she looks to be just getting up off of the ground and staring up, and he spouts out, "What the hell is that thing?"
I have a quick question. So, I don't know if this was discussed before. If it was, I'm not privy to it. But the hold person, how are you gonna the dominate monster? Do we have an hour of her, right? Are we gonna have in-game role-playing time gauged an hour then of control of her, or
Is Garrick setting a timer right now?
No, I would just say whenever in-game time meets an hour.
okay, cool. That was my question. All right. Right. So she was inside of her, mind controlling her and evilness. How'd I do?
Pretty close.
You see the female for the first time taking control of her own body. She unsheathes an arrow, pulls it back in this demonic-looking, twisted, barbed bow, and she goes, "Well, let's put it the fuck down!" and pulls her bow back.
No.
No, wait.
Not yet.
We can use her.
What do you mean, use her? What the hell did you guys
Well,
just do?
Make her do something. Show them.
Do a little dance.
She takes
I'm gonna
her
wave my hand.
her body sort of tied up in the middle, restrained. She does this sort of you making use of what little arm movement she has left at the bottom of her constraints.
Like in Goblet of Fire when Mad Eye Moody's making the spider dance with the Imperious Curse.
Well, how did you do this? You guys were only away for what, a minute or two?
Oh yeah.
really only that long?
Didn't feel like that, but oh boy.
Yeah, it felt like 2 minutes or 3.
Oh. So you have complete control over that thing?
For now.
He does for a while.
What do you plan on doing with it?
Well,
What are we planning on doing with it?
I don't know.
Roku, can't you just send it after Sid right now? And it just goes and kills him?
Well, only if we can get this Sid and before the spell breaks.
Can you teleport or fly? Do you have any ability to move fast?
Well, it's a demon, so I think it probably can do that. I don't know.
He was asking it.
Again, that porcelain face with no expression just sort of stares blankly at you, and she just sort of like hovers about 2 feet into the air.
How fast can you move?
Fast. This weird collection of screaming organisms yell out in unison, forming this weird demonic voice.
Right, that was horrifying. If we could limit her talking to like a minimum, that would be awesome.
How much distance could she cover in an hour?
Answer.
She doesn't.
Movement speed divided by 10 is miles per hour, if that's what you're looking for.
No, she doesn't know how to run those calculations. She's a demon.
Okay.
So, I don't know.
Fair.
I don't know. She doesn't really know what you want her to say. Fast. She goes, fast.
Roku, just command her to go to Sid and kill him, along with his friends that are his band of warriors or whatever.
How is she supposed to know who Sid is?
And it takes a few days for us to get there from boats. And he only has this for, what, an hour?
Garrick, I have a question.
Yes.
Oh, wait, never mind. I could probably do it. And with detect thoughts, I know that's like a peering into other people's heads, but if I peer into someone's head, can I like put an image in their head with using detect thoughts?
No, your detect thoughts is very strictly detecting thoughts and not
Okay.
sort of
That's
placing other ideas
one
in
way.
their head.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I mean,
I'm gonna wait. I'm going to sit there and like as I grab the doorknob, I assume the door is closed.
Yeah.
To the room. As I grab the doorknob, my monocle is going to like glow and like fill up in a circle. And before I open, or as I open the door, there's going to be an illusion of Sid just standing on the other side.
that guy, go kill him.
So you want me to set her loose on the waterfront?
Well, she kills Sid.
Right,
is
but
there?
like, there's gonna be some collateral damage.
A lot of collateral.
We can deal with that after the fact. Right now, our biggest problem is getting Sid out of the picture.
It's Sid, not the people of the waterfront.
No, just have her attack Sid and only Sid and his friends, and then it's all good.
right, but like, there's no way this ends well. All right.
What's the worst that can happen?
Well,
So we don't really know if she herself can travel fast enough to get to the waterfront by herself, or we're going to have to teleport her.
I'm feeling a little weak right now, so that's probably not a great idea.
Do we have any way to like permanently bind her into your service, or at least get her to stop attacking us?
Demon, how do I bind you to me?
She just looks to you and like, when you hear a voice from across the room say, "Are you talking about binding a demon to your service?"
Yeah.
What would you be willing to give for that information?
What do you want?
Well, I say it's up to you to offer something to me.
I'll pay you 100 gold.
100 just for the information?
Yep.
And he sort of like pops this pouch out of his belt and he pulls out this little book and he like flips through this small black leather bound book. It says we need some sort of ritualistic magic circle to put her into. Do any of you know that spell?
Right, that doesn't narrow it down. Like,
Wait,
dispel,
wait.
like a magical
Like,
circle.
the spell magic
Spell
circle.
magic circle.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, Holgar.
I can do that.
Oh, I remember seeing something about like a magic circle in Hogarth's book or something. I don't know.
Eventually, I need some more time to perfect that trick.
All right, and we have that. And another spell to bind it to the plane. With the true name, we should be able to make it work.
Like a planar binding spell.
Exactly.
Can
Right.
anyone do that?
I'm no help there.
Mm.
I didn't know you could bind demons to a plane, so
It's very
Don't
high
look at
level
me.
magic. Yeah, I doubted you guys could do it in the first place.
If that's the case, then we might be better just sending it back to where it originally came.
Well,
Back to the abyss.
I think it's at least
we
worth
should
a
ask
shot.
Nikolai's opinion on this whole situation.
You can go do that. You know?
Oh,
Oh,
actually, Gronk, I want
point
to
to
come
the
with you.
stairs.
I have to give him something back.
All right, so you guys proceed upstairs?
Yeah, with the intention to, not confront, but speak to Nikolai.
I want the demon to go up first. That's the first thing he sees.
Oh, that's not good.
Nikolai, you stand at the wheel, and out of the bottom left corner of your vision, a hooded figure approaches up the stairs, and you think, oh, that's weird. Due to it being significantly larger than most people here, you start to get a little concerned, and as it turns around, it has a porcelain face and worms dripping out of it.
What did the little one do this time?
The rest of your group soon follows.
Sweetie, is that you?
Say yes, I'm sweetie.
Yes. All of these organisms that make up its being seem to speak in one ravenous, weird unison and harmony that make it sound like horrible scratching nails on a chalkboard. I am the sweetie.
Of course. I assume at this point, Sweetie walks up the stairs as well.
Yeah, the rest of your group now follows up.
Did that thing just say my name?
Does somebody want to fill me in?
Oh, okay. So,
The short of it, there's a demon now. Roku controls it.
that
Here's
is
your
a
cloak
short
back.
part.
Not even surprised. Oh, yes, thank you. You could just hand it to me. I can't really leave the wheel.
I have a question.
Yes, what is it?
You know that cane of human bones we found that you haven't really touched?
Yeah, go nuts. It's yours.
Yay! Throw it to him.
All the while, a 12-foot demonic entity sort of just pants in the background, being
Oh,
tied
this
up.
sucker's
loosely
12
around
feet
the
tall?
waist.
Jesus.
Oh, big dude.
What should we do about that? Send it packing?
You want my opinion? I mean, I say
Yeah.
kill it with fire, but that's just me.
Right,
So the
well,
Roku controls it?
yes.
Do the
So
thing.
it's...
Do
The dance thing.
dance
The
thing.
dance thing.
Once again, sort of like Charlie Brown Christmas special-esque dance.
Well, I mean, in that case, I guess we have ourselves an ally.
What?
Right,
Not for
but
long.
for a limited time only.
Yeah, how long are we talking?
Less than an hour, I think. That's what you
Oh,
said.
boy.
I say we
Less
just
than
send
an
him
hour.
after Sid right now.
Well, how do we get it to Sid? That's the
Yes,
question.
we are still a
You
few
saw
days
it
away.
can fly.
We're still a few days away.
Well, Flying is a fast method of travel.
I don't
Yeah.
know if it's a few days fast, especially if we only have less than an hour with it under control.
Yeah, and then
So,
keep it
question,
contained.
Roku, when you no longer control it, will it wish to kill us?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Time.
Then in that case, I say we go back to my original plan of the killing it with fire.
Right, but like, I'm not sure how effective that will be, and also, I don't know.
If
Not that I
not fire,
advocate.
then perhaps bludgeoning or stabbing or any
I
other
can tell
method
you
of
it
killing.
does not resist fire.
I mean,
Fire is
I'm
effective
never
on it
like
as
a
it is on
big
me.
advocate for like making deals with evil beings, but like that is an option.
Oh, you too now, huh?
No, it's just I'm saying it's an option, and also
It's also
yeah,
a
we
bunch
should
of
probably
worms.
just burn it with fire. It's made of worms and it screams.
Or make it go home.
Right,
You
I
can
got.
make it go home.
How do you
I
make
don't
it?
I
know.
can't.
You can?
I can't. At least not yet.
Well,
Where
I
is
can't.
home?
The abyss. I
Like,
think.
Underwater?
Or maybe it's the girl's head.
Right, we don't want it to go back into the
Wait,
girl's head.
what?
Oh,
This came
yeah.
out of something's head?
You know the chick that was weird? She
Yeah, she's
tried
weird.
making out with me, and then she's like staring at shit. Yeah,
Right,
no,
I'm
it was in
not
her
sure
head.
that's exactly what happened there, Chief, but alright then.
She tried kissing me earlier.
Well, it is her name.
I mean, okay, I mean...
I did
feel
not
like-
give consent.
I didn't know that was physically possible.
Apparently it is.
Well,
well,
what do I look like to you?
A little ugly man.
Exactly. Where'd you put that staff?
It's in my room. It's all yours. Take it.
I'm going to go back downstairs to his room.
right, like, I can, like, build, like, a magic circle tube thing around it, around her, so I can, like, encase her and keep her so she can't, like, attack us or anything for a time if Roku loses control, but, like, I'd need her to hold still for, like, a solid 10 minutes.
Not a problem.
Does it have a name? Like, what do I call it?
Suzro Nuth. Or the Queen of Worms, whichever you prefer.
It seems as then when Gronk speaks the name, it sort of gives off this hiss, just this, and it like shudders and leans away from him.
It did not appear to have enjoyed that. The Zuzuro Nuth.
Yet again, it's like and it starts to like hunch over and like move back on its own accord, even
You see this?
defying Roku's direct orders to specifically back away from you. That is how powerful this is.
Demons hate that true names being spoken. This one's true name just happens to be Zuzranut.
It is once again.
I think perhaps we should stop. It does not appear to enjoy that.
Yeah, fine.
I can call you Queen of Worms, I guess. It's a bit of a mouthful. How about Wormy? I like Wormy.
Yeah, let's just call her Wormy for now. So we're gonna kill Wormy now, or
I
Is
thought the
Gronk
Gronk was
gonna do
creating
his circle?
a tubular circle thingy.
Right.
Would
I also
protect us.
kind of want to know. I mean, I hate the sound of her voice, but like, I also kind of want to know what her tragic backstory is. So, like,
we can listen while you work.
All right then. And then I was mistaken. I just read through the spell description. Casting time is 1 minute, and the duration is 1 hour. So like,
We could buy ourselves one hour.
yeah. But like, if we do it right now, we don't really save ourselves a whole lot.
Well, we can wait a minute before it goes away. Or just right now and get it up and then kill her.
I mean, but if she's trapped in the cylinder, she can't be like attacked. I don't think. Hold on. Let me reread it.
That would be correct. The magic
Yeah.
circle is intended to keep creatures out of the tube, but it specifies that you can invert the circle to cause a creature to be stuck inside of the tube. So sort of an inverse of that. But it can't make attacks against outside forces, nor can the inside forces do that.
Boom. Thank you, Eric.
Would you say I would have come back upstairs by now with the staff?
As you start to walk upstairs, you notice that the door that was holding the other two twins is opened. It's like askew. And those of you upstairs, you see as those two like come up out of the quarters. They're like investigating the large worm that now sits before them.
Excuse me, female one, did this thing come out of your head? Is that true?
I think so.
Oh boy.
That's what he says.
You guys were
Anyways.
gone for like 5 minutes. How did all this? Never mind. I don't doubt.
Yeah, to operate
Right.
on
I
each
think
other.
we should because like, I want to know how it happened in case it almost happens to any of us. Because like, no offense, guys, but we kind of like deal with Vecna on a regular basis, and like, I wouldn't put him past it to do some scummy thing like that to one of us. So I'm
what,
just
a
saying.
demon in our
And look
heads?
over at Sweetie, and then glance at Roku. Yeah, I agree.
So
First
I'd
of
like
all,
to.
Vecna isn't a demon, and he wouldn't possess any of you.
I'll roll my eyes and continue. So I'd like to find out what exactly our friend here did to get inside of our other friend here, and I point to Death's Kiss.
Why does it matter? I say we put down the motherfucker where it stands. Once again, just pulls back this sort of compact bow that she has.
Right, so we can prevent things like that from happening in the future. Because, like, yeah, burn it with fire, and then next week she's back, and then she repossesses you, and we didn't solve a goddamn thing. Now, did we?
Sweetie,
As
you
I-
walk up to see the.
Okay. As I come back upstairs,
Wait, guys, I have an idea. I don't know what the entire. She has a bow. I'm guessing she wants to kill it. Makes sense. I have an idea.
my back pocket, pull out a little compass.
I don't know if this is gonna work. I'm just curious. I want to know. I just want to know something.
So I want to like approach her. Do slugs keep falling or worms keep falling off of her or anything?
They sort of like will drip out of her cloak and then sort of scuttle underneath the cloak to like rejoin the mass. So every once in a while, yes, but they don't like just lay around.
Is she bleeding at all from our last fight?
No, not really. If you want to like grab a worm when it falls, yeah, you certainly can.
Okay. As a worm falls, I want to grab it, and then with this little ritual dagger, just kind of like cut it because it's not part of her anymore, right?
Was that a
Since it's
question or was that a statement?
Yeah, a question, right? Because it fell off of her, so it's not like a part of her. Like cut the worm and drain some of its blood into this compass.
Would you like you to roll damage? Cutting the worm, fairly simple.
Oh,
It's a worm.
Yeah.
It's a worm.
For some reason, I was about to roll a d20. I was like, that's 4. Oh, do I add my strength to that? Yeah. So sorry, 7.
7. Okay. As you do so, the worm lets out a and like dies as it drains out this black ichor. And you see that the demonic entity in front of you also seems to flinch slightly.
Oh boy.
I got my bow and arrow.
Okay. Roku, does a 9 pass your save?
No. Thank God it doesn't.
And she continues to sit under Roku's spell.
Where does this compass point?
Can he wouldn't be able to see it because I thought it was from everybody's got like their own personal needle.
You
Oh,
pour
shit.
the black ichor into this compass, and it dissolves like it usually does, but you don't see the compass. Like arrow.
Can I ask her to hold it?
I mean,
Roku,
you can
where-
tell her to.
Roku, where does she say it's pointing?
Pick up the compass.
She reaches out this hand that like forms into these 3 claws out of these worms, and they sort of grip it.
Where's it point to?
She looks into it for a moment, and like looks downward towards you and goes, "Me."
That's unhelpful.
Well,
I'm going to try and pick it back up out of her hands.
Yep.
you know, just curious. I didn't know if this demon is a demon, right? I think so. I don't know. Yeah, who it followed.
Right. So, if the needle points to herself, does that mean like she's hiding something, or like containing something, or like?
She just
She's
worships
very
herself.
self-centered.
Wait, didn't this compass only find gods?
I have
Uh,
no idea.
You told me that it found the god that you worship, so she worships herself. But that was
I
hardly
don't know a whole lot about this compass other than we've got it.
Anyway, why does it matter what god it follows?
I don't know. I'm just curious.
All right then. Well, we're running low on. I don't know where we're at on time specifically, but time is of the essence. So
Yes. Not to press this point too hard, but again, is killing it still on the table?
I vote
Yes.
we skewer it. You see the woman still holding her bow.
Not to rain on your parade here or anything, but if that really is a collective mass of many, many different creatures, I'm sure your arrow would kill maybe 5 of them.
right, I'm not sure exactly how it works, but I just know that when I hit it in the face, it went ouch. So anyway,
Well, then do that a whole lot while we still control it.
that's a good question. I think if
It wasn't a question, it was a suggestion.
I don't know, are we gonna kill it? Because if we're gonna kill it, I think we should all attack it at once and overpower it.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. Bow out and adamantine arrow ready.
Oh, wait, we're just gonna do this now?
I mean, why
have
not?
to
It
drive
doesn't
the
sound
boat.
like we can get it to Sid in time if we're going to
Wait.
use it as our own personal assassin. We have no way to bind it to Roku's service or anybody's service for that matter. And I can't contain it long enough for it to be worthwhile.
Wait. It's a collection of worms. You think it needs to breathe there?
As I look over the side of the ship.
it's also a
suggesting?
demon, so I don't know.
I mean, if someone
Oh.
holds it underwater long enough.
And you
It's
count
also
on
a
yourself to
demon.
be able to hold an entire collection of worms together and force them underwater.
Well, wait. If it's just a collection of worms, what would happen if we just like took off her mask? That seems to be kind of important, or at least it looks like it.
Roku,
You
tell it
see-
to take off its mask.
Remove your mask.
It sort of like cranes its neck to you in an unnatural way and goes, I can't.
Why not?
Why?
Seems fairly simple. Reach up, pull it off.
Right, I don't think she's really got a whole lot in the way of fingers. As I like
Well, then
look
you
at
do
her.
it, Grump.
Why
gross
can't you
worm
take it
heads.
off?
Well, if you're worrying about taking it off, I want to jump up and try and grab it.
Roll athletics check for me.
She's like 12 feet tall, and you're like 2 foot tall.
I was in that one, but I am a halfling.
That is correct.
You said strength check?
Athletics.
Athletics.
Athletics? Ooh, that's a tiny bit better. That's going to be a 17.
You reach up and like a bowling ball, you like shove your fingers into the eyes and the mouth hole. And as you like go to fall down, because she's significantly taller than you, you just like, yeah. And you all see is like he just hangs midair,
Tangles.
stuck in this thing's face.
Sweetie, quit fooling around and just pull it off already.
I'm stuck. Grab my foot.
Oh, boy.
Why won't it
Someone.
come off?
It's a part of me.
Help.
So if we were to find a way to force it off, would that be like lethal?
It would be like prying off your face.
So that's a yes, pretty lethal. I think we should go for it.
Someone grab my foot.
Sweetie,
I
pull
grab
harder.
I grab
Sweetie,
his
pull
feet.
harder.
All right, both
Whoa.
of you roll athletic check for me.
Fuck, that's a 17 again.
Well, I got a
That's the name of a Zac Efron movie.
16.
You both sit there pulling at this thing.
Roku, pull my foot and help me out.
No.
Yeah, this seems like a futile exercise.
So when do I get to shoot this thing?
Hey, calm down with the shooting. As previously discussed, I'm not sure logistically speaking it's the most efficient way to deal death to a creature of this type.
I'm pretty sure, logistically speaking, I killed a lot of people this way.
We
Right.
ever
I
killed a
know
collection
that
of
felt
worms?
like a comeback, but it certainly didn't feel like one. I don't know if anybody else was like. Anyway, appreciate the enthusiasm. But seriously though, like we should probably
Just kill it.
exterminate her. I don't know if
We
that's
can
the right
ask if she
word.
can leave.
Like banish herself.
Yes.
Mr.
Not back into her head.
Mr. Breath, you seem a knowledgeable fellow in the ways of the otherworldly. Do you know anything of creatures like this? How to deal with them?
Yeah. What my sister's been saying for the past 10 minutes. Shoot it in the fucking head.
Which
Wow.
one seems to have
He's smart.
hundreds of millions?
You guys have a tendency to overcomplicate things, you know that?
If it's a magic one, it might be work. It might work normally.
She almost killed us. So if we can do this without having to fight.
You failed to mention that part. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Like
maybe
on a scale
if
from
someone
like
grabs
1
my
to
foot-
like. Oh, sweetie, just let go of her face.
But she said this would be.
You do look kind of ridiculous hanging there like that.
Yeah, you ever tried pulling off your own face?
Don't give
Well-
him any ideas.
If
Okay.
we all try and pull off her face, maybe it'll work. It's just a stupid mask.
Right.
I think all evidence to the contrary of that statement should probably give up this.
look down. Is someone there to catch me?
No,
Yeah.
but presumably, I mean, Hogar was like next to you, but you got up that way, so presumably you could go down the same way.
I'm just gonna let go. I'm just gonna drop.
You just like, and as you get down, you have this like liquid on your fingers.
Eh.
Go to someone next to me.
Reminds me of your Mima. Sorry, too soon.
I'll crush your head later.
No,
Roku,
Let's just
make
go
him go to
see the
sleep. Make him go to sleep.
I failed to see the comparison there. Mima seemed relatively pleasant. She made good food.
no. Oh, it was. Are we killing this thing or not?
Is your home inside of that girl's head?
My home is my plane. I have no choice where that resides.
Well, right now, does it reside inside of her head?
And then the girl interrupts you and goes, "Look, I'm pretty fucking sure we covered this already."
Did we? If you could fill me in on that little piece.
Yeah. How did you end up getting a plane of the abyss in your head?
Wait, what?
Look,
How,
we
how
all
did
got
that
shit
happen,
going
Worm
on in our
Queen?
lives, all right?
Right, but this seems like kind of a relevant question to ask. No offense, not judging
Yeah,
you or
if we
anything.
just
But
kill her
like,
here, she might just go back to being in your head.
So let's fucking kill it.
How did you end up inside of her head?
I have no idea. And she even looks towards the tiefling girl.
Look, Mrs. Kiss, if you would not just mind sharing how you came into this situation, I think more knowledge we have on the creature could prove beneficial.
She turns to her brother and goes, "Weren't we supposed to kill that guy? What the hell's been going on?"
Oh, yeah, are you not privy to what has happened since this thing has been inside you?
And she sort of like shifts the bow in your direction.
Trust me, honey, that's not a good idea.
What, you're trying to kill us now even though we paid you?
Yeah, you're sort of under our employment at the moment.
And her brother kind of goes, "You'll get the chance," and sort of pushes her arm back towards the creature.
oh,
No, it's okay. I promised them a chance at my life when this was all over with, Sid.
okay.
I mean, if she really wants to fight us now, there is a demon right there.
Let's maybe not
Yeah, let's
get
not like.
now is
let's
not a
deal
good time
with
to be
demon.
making additional enemies, sweetie.
Honestly,
Okay.
we don't really need the demon alive while we interrogate her. If we,
I mean, we're just going to be killing a couple birds with one stone.
Sweetie, maybe you should just stop talking.
Yes, I am in agreement with Gronk on that.
Are we killing it?
Yes.
Yes.
Do we have an efficient way of doing so? You said last time you entered combat with it, it almost killed all of you.
I'm gonna walk up to it. Go 1, 2.
Hey, slow down there.
I don't know, just sort of barrage it with things. I mean, like, hitting it hurts.
You know, it can fly. We could put it in like a confined space down below. And then, fuck it up.
I don't
I
know.
can
I
keep
don't
it
like fighting in the
contained.
basement.
Yeah,
keep
and
it
also, like,
contained.
combat could, like, damage the bottom of the ship, and oh no, now there's a hole in the bottom of a boat, and that does not
Again.
bode well.
Yes, sweetie.
I know I'm not allowed to talk, but there already is a hole in the
Princess,
bottom of the ship. it's just patched up with a little bit of a bedroll. Sorry for talking, but just letting you know.
Excuse me, sorry.
That okay, we need to fix that.
I forgot about that actually.
Yes, that's the only thing we need to fix on this boat.
I looked behind me to the giant gaping hole that we covered with a tarp like a week and a half ago.
God, this boat needs repairs.
Son of a bitch. All right then. All right. Just ready your weapons, ready your attacks. Prepare your actions.
Okay, ready in attack action.
How
Did I use
weak are
that
you,
right?
warm lady?
Do I understand that correctly?
Roku, she leans down into your ear and kind of goes, I'm hurting very badly. And then the mask.
Well, in that case,
Would you ever make a deal with me?
Deal.
Okay, let's kill it.
Agreed.
All right.
If I leave the helm for like enough time to kill something, would that be super drastic to our
No, you don't think so.
navigation? Okay, sounds good. I will
Wait,
leave the helm.
wait. Before we all ready everything, can I do something first?
Yes, what is it?
Okay.
Ignite a little flame on my finger using prestidigitation. And then the monocle is going to kind of like start glowing a green before a big green amber light is going to fly at her, casting fairy fire on her.
Okay.
Why?
To give everyone advantage. Considering
No,
Roku,
I was Gronk seemed upset by that.
No, I was like, okay.
considering
Yeah,
Roku has her sort of stationary, I'll say that without resistance, she just stands there and coats the entirety of her form.
Okay. So you're just saying she automatically fails his dex save?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like we have advantage and she can't turn invisible now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, now everyone can ready
walk up
everything.
to her, and I'm gonna clasp both my hands and raise them above my head for a double-handed hammer strike.
Wait. Before we also do all this, I wish you all the best of luck. There you go.
I just handed out 4 bardic. I only have like 3, I believe. I had 3 bardic inspirations. 1 to Hogar, 1 to Nick. Sorry, Grunk. Oh wait, no, Grunk definitely needs one. Sorry, Nick.
Good one, sounds good. Sounds good.
Like, of all the people, I'm the one who needs it the most.
All right. Sweetie, are you readying an action?
Yes.
When you're ready to attack, can you only make one?
No, I think you
I
ready
think
in
it's a
action.
full action. So, like, you can ready the attack action, and if that provides 2 attacks for you, then you can go ahead with 2. If that is not the case, I'm going to say it is now, so I don't really give a shit.
Well, since I already have a hunter's mark and slash trade, and I have, yeah.
Sweetie, what are you ready?
I'm gonna sit back, and while my my monocle is still green, there's a little blue pupil as I'm readying Eldritch Blast.
All right. Hogar?
Readying 2 attacks.
All right. Gronk?
I'm going to ready Spirit Guardians as my last.
Did you cast that now? And then, like, ready, like, an attack?
I guess we can do that.
And Roku?
2 attacks.
All right. So, I don't really want to roll an initiative order here, but everyone just kind of do their shit. because I have a feeling numerically she is not going to survive this.
Okay.
All
I'll go
right,
last
all right.
because I'm slow and
Right.
bad.
Yeah, I think anybody who's expending resources
Truck
should go
track.
last.
I'm not expecting anything, so
Okay, sweetie, did you hit or would you roll?
I got a 25 and a 30 20.
Those both hit.
Roll damage then.
Yep.
Okay, so 2d10. I need okay. That is going to be 13 force damage.
All right. Hogarth.
all right. So both my attacks were snipe shot, and lowest was a 21.
Those hit.
All right, and I'm using normal arrows for this one, so I'll tell you the 100 box damage separately. All right, so 10, 11, plus 30, 40 non-magical damage. So, wait, no. 41 non-magical damage, so down to 21 for that. Plus 8 magical damage, so 29 piercing.
Okay. Nikolai.
All right. First attack. 18.
That does not. Oh, yes, it does actually hit. That is her arm class.
Okay. Second attack. Well, it's less than 18.
That is unfortunate. So the first one does hit.
Right. Is
Use
I rolled
bardic
really
inspiration.
low. Like, fairly, I didn't get one.
Fuck, sorry.
It's fine. 5, that's 10 magical bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Who wants to go next? Gronk, Roku.
Roku can go.
Okay, I got a 21 and more than 21.
Those both hit.
Okay. Rolled really fucking good damage. 12. 22 damage from my 2 strikes there.
And with that, as you all waylaying attacks into it, Roku, how would you like to do this? Or how would you all like to do this, I suppose, since it's a group effort?
I'm gonna shoot arrows through her eyeballs.
Smush
wanna
it into pudding.
I want to kind of like her, and then as holy energy light of Celestian just sort of encompasses her as I do Spirit Guardians.
All right.
I want to bring my hands down. I had them clasped over my head, like bring them down onto her forehead and crack her faceplate in half.
Fuck you. I was gonna try and I wanted the face mask to keep it.
I'm gonna shoot arrows through the eyes of the face mask. Just
I showed her with spells.
straight through.
So you guys see as Nick just proceeds to crack this porcelain plate, and she snaps out of Roku's charm and starts to try to attack around her, but she's currently tied up with rope. Not a huge difficulty for her, but she was not expecting it immediately out of the gate, to where she then just got shot through the eyeballs, and as she starts to fall over, an explosion of holy energy hits her, and her worms start to disintegrate, and as she's being shot with this golden energy, 2 more balls of green energy sort of and blow pieces of her apart, when finally Roku lays down the final, squashing her into a black vile liquid all over the floor. And suddenly you see an arrow just sort of land in the water as you turn around, and the other 2 are like,
I wanna pick up the 2 halves of the busted up faceplate. Gronk, you can fix things magically, yes?
Yes, and then I cast the cantrip Mending as I fix the face mask.
Can I find my 2 arrows?
roll a survival check. She was sort of melted away and then puddingified, so it may be difficult.
That is 15.
You managed to find one. The other has been burnt to a crisp and snapped in half.
Oh, hell. That's just my life.
Gronk, as you sort of same thing you do with stone shape, you sort of just like take your finger and trace the outline of the crack, and it slowly, like a welding torch, just sort of like fuses those two together.
Right. Why do you want this?
He looked disappointed when it cracked in half. I handed it to him.
Yay!
Now when I grab it, first thing I want to do, take off my helmet and put it on.
You just vomit horrifically as you look at the inside of it, and now attached to Sweetie's face is these black and gray piles of stuff. It looks like a blood consistency, but like thicker, and it's slowly dripping down his face, and it smells rancid, like the worst decay you've ever smelled.
You
And he
perhaps maybe
directly onto his face.
want to have
Cleaned
cleaned that
it.
off first.
Make
But that
sure it
was
wasn't
pretty
cursed.
cool.
I want to put it back on.
You take a breath in, and you are now just like used to the smell. And you let
Can
go,
you
and
clean yourself magically?
without any sort of adhesive or sort of strap to hold it in place, it sort of just like stays. Like when you like
That's
lick a nerve
unsettling.
dart and like put it against the wall.
Wait. I want to turn around. Now I want to take off the mask. So I'm holding my mask, my helmet, and my monocle. I'll still want to take off my monocle, obviously. Now I want to put the monocle on the mask, and then like put the mask, like slide it into the inside of the helmet, and put it all on. So it's the helmet with the face mask, like inside
He's got
the
like
helmet.
a
No,
firebender
monocle.
style helmet with the faceplate like
Yeah,
tucked into
and
the.
it has like
And
the
then a monocle in front of it.
it has like this weird curved shape and a point to the top. You look sort of owl-like in this comprehend languages helmet, but then you put this creepy porcelain doll mask on your face. So one eye has like this gem that comprehends the languages, but it's held slightly aloft over the mask because the helmet is too big for your halfling head. So you have the two eye sets up here, then the one down here that is normal that shows you regular eye, and then of course the monocle eye on the right.
Not gonna lie, that's pretty kick-ass.
Ta-da!
And now all of Sweetie's words are sort of muffled, and he has this blank expression constantly staring at you. Your white face.
Right. I don't really like that. It's creeping me the fuck out.
What's better? This or this?
Oh, put it back. Put it back.
I like
See?
I like your regular face a lot better. Plus, I can understand what you say when you speak. I like knowing what you're saying,
This
so
looks
I
cool, right?
know why I'm angry with you.
No, it was just creepy, to be honest. Not really cool. Maybe if you like painted some stuff on it, it could look cooler.
So I shouldn't wear this mask all the time?
No, I
Definitely not. It smells rancid.
I know it kind of smells okay. I've gotten used to it.
I haven't.
Want to
Whatever.
smell?
Anyway,
So, Death Twins. How are you feeling now?
I suppose the better question is, how are you guys feeling? Yeah, you guys kind of look like you got your asses kicked.
I
She,
don't
looks
know what
around.
you're talking about. I feel great.
Sweetie is like bleeding out of different orifices, and you guys just look generally exhausted.
Well, I mean, I could just heal myself a bit.
I'm gonna go take a nap. Maybe cry a little bit.
Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
What?
Hey, weren't we supposed to kill these guys? They
Oh, we're on this again.
they paid us. Right,
With
but
promise of more to come later.
look how fucked up they are. She makes a compelling argument.
I want to pat myself on
But
the chest and cast Cure at second level.
We did just get that demon out of your head.
this is true.
Which is something we're appreciative of.
And
You
if
can
you
show
also
your
recall-
appreciation
And
by
I
not killing us
really-
yet.
really don't want to
even
kill you right now, and
in
like
our
I've already made a
currently
plan.
weakened state, we dispatched said demon quite easily. So
It was tied up, half dead.
a demon nonetheless.
I think you guys should be a little bit more appreciative of us.
You haven't hung out with assassins much, have you?
Can you try to like in the morning or something after we get some rest?
Why would we let you get the upper hand? I mean, she makes a good point. Why take 1,000 gold pieces and more to come when we could just kill you all and commandeer your ship?
All right, at that line, I'm gonna put my hunter's mark onto the girl. So my eyes don't change because both are still up. I'm just transferring it to a different person.
Do you really want to do this right now?
In
Why
case
not?
you've forgotten, there is a promise of lots and lots of gold ahead.
Right, but we've seen what's around this place. You guys left a magic sword downstairs. No one uses it. It just like lies on the floor.
If you have that on point, you. Oh God.
Wait, which sword is it?
Is that George?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Which sword are you talking about? The one with 2 blades or the small one that can float?
You see what I mean? And
Well,
right now, you
what-
guys look just about beat to hell. So right now, I think that it's less us reasoning with you and reasons why we shouldn't put you down now.
All right.
Again,
at that,
lots and lots of gold, like incredible amounts of gold.
We're gonna bring you to a dead guy's casino, which is still full of gold. You can take whatever you want from there.
well, he's not dead yet, but he's going to be.
He's as good as dead.
Roll a persuasion check, sweetie.
At this point,
Ooh. Uh-oh. Luck point would be
players
nice.
prey on the girl.
You said persuasion? Okay, it's +7, so it makes it 11.
You rolled a 2? No.
I rolled a 4.
You rolled a 4? My math was very wrong.
I mean, unless you guys can convince me otherwise, I'm pretty sure this is the right way to go.
How many times do I have to say the term lots and lots of gold before you understand exactly what it means?
You guys have lots and lots of gold. And
He's
I
right,
know
we do.
where you guys
So
are. I could take the sure route, gain a lot. And you, specifically, and he looks to Roku, you got something I want.
So you'd rather die a failure
Oh boy.
than live rich?
And, sweetie, you see the lady turn her bow towards you.
I turn my bow towards her.
And are you really in the place to be calling us failures right now? Is that how you want this to go?
Well, in a certain timeline, here in about 5 minutes, you'll be a failure.
That's
So
a
that's
that.
it. You guys
Well, it
set
doesn't
nothing
take
to
that
say for
long.
yourselves?
Do you want to die?
Do you?
No, but we're
Not right
giving
now.
you this chance.
But we're giving you a chance to not die.
We're considering not killing you now. We should be considered merciful.
This mercy, this allegiance. We are grateful. I would like very much to keep this alliance we have, at least until our mutual goal of killing Sid and making you very rich. After that, as previously said, it's all fair game.
Exactly how rich?
Well, like we said before, you own a casino. It's probably worth quite a bit.
Right. And the Sid character, he's the only one in charge. There's no backups, no other people, no investors in said casino, no people around.
I'm sure there is, but like once we get in, like just take it.
Great,
Or-
yours.
We could have a couple thousand right now and a ship to get us to Sid ourselves.
Yeah, no, if you try and
And do you
take
think you
Sid
could take
without us,
Sid
you're
without our
fucked.
Or, since you guys are all beat to hell, how much money you guys got on you, huh?
5 gold. They're the rich ones, and I point towards Sweetie and Roku.
I can promise you, and I turn to Roku, this man will much sooner take your life than pay for his own.
That's bold words coming from most of you guys, looking half dead when you got here.
Yeah, well, I would put my hand like this and cast Cruise on myself second level again.
I'm gonna lay on hands myself with the rest of my pool.
So we're doing this then, huh?
Looks like it, unless you guys decide to back out.
Hey, you're the ones that asked.
Well,
I figured I should offer you the same chance.
First level. It's good.
Are you using the actual monster manual? No, why would I use the monster manual? If you're a player, you never look at the monster manual. Don't you know a damn thing about playing Dungeons and Dragons? I didn't know if you were playing or being the DM. Why would I be the DM? I don't know. You know I don't DM anymore. Get the fuck out of here.
well, if we were doing this, when we were friends, I was going to say stuff like, I don't know, may your survival be long, but I guess right now, may your death be swift.
And I'm going to
With
cast
that, I need
spell
everyone to roll
at
initiative.
Fuck. I was going to cast a spell with that, but
Yeah, it was very obvious. That's why they engaged combat.
yeah.
Ooh, that's a good initiative there, Jared.
You good there, Jared?
Yes, I am very good.
Okay. I'm running very low on resources.
Yeah, you guys
Pretty
kind of
fine.
all are.
No, I
I
disagree.
have
Well,
2 first level spells.
All right, I still have
spell
Spirit
left.
Guardians up.
And I still have both my bonus actions currently on the girl. Because
And
I
I
put them on
have-
where they were talking. The monologue, Hunter's Remark, Slayer's Prey.
Wait, did we say our initiative right now?
No, not yet. I already got
Derek
my
hasn't
things
asked
done.
for him yet.
hey, Jared, how many spell slots did you say you had?
Currently I have 2 first levels and a second level.
Okay.
Did I say third level? I didn't even say third level.
You
I
said
don't have
third
those yet.
earlier.
I don't have those yet. I still need 1 more level. So I get 2.
I'll admit I'm running low on hit points, though.
Okay, anybody above a 20?
23.
I'm 20 exactly.
Okay. 15 to 20?
16.
19.
And then Roku, what's yours?
7.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Do you think it's been longer than a minute since we've killed the demon?
Yeah, probably. Why?
Because
Fairy
3 of
fire.
us had inspiration.
No, that's 10
No,
minutes.
that's 10 minutes.
No, fairy fire. It's up to a minute concentration. So it's just like just move it over.
Can you do
And
that?
you
Actually-
just move it over?
I don't think that's how that works.
No, never mind. I'm used to like illusions where I can move them around. So I was just
Yeah.
like, I'll move it around. But
Give me 1 hot sec here. I'm like scouring through the documents I have saved for looking for one specific thing.
the stat blocks of both the people we're about to murder.
Well, we'll see about that.
What?
We
You have
just
little
saved
faith?
this chick's life from being possessed, and this is how she fucking repays us?
Yeah, we're gonna end it. We're gonna
I'm
end
just
hers.
gonna make sure to save enough to teleport if we need to.
Okay.
Ha ha ha. Get shot twice.
Do you have enough hit points to do so safely?
Probably not. So
All right. Well,
Also, I call her bow.
Hogar, you're up first.
Okay.
Oh shit!
Shooting
I
the
used
girl
my.
twice. Well, it's hot. How does a 23 hit?
Yep.
Well, I'm just gonna hit a wild guess and guess a 15 doesn't.
No, it does not.
I hit one of my attacks at least.
I need epic murder people music going.
Alright, so 2,
I'm nervous.
Flames.
6, 10, 15 piercing damage. Do you need magical and non-magical separated?
Yes, I do.
Alright, 4 magical, 9 non-magical, so that is 9 piercing damage.
All right. And of course, as this happens, the first arrow sinks into her shoulder, and she uses her first legendary action to spin around and immediately make a rebuttal attack against you. That is going to be a 21 to hit.
That hit.
All right, I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Oh, well, that's +7, so the total is 18.
Okay. You see this, she launches this at you. One of the metal rebars that this bow is made out of sort of follows the arrow along as if it's like a rope tied to it. And as it comes into you, you see that it is actually like a two-pointed arrow, and it stabs into your skin, and the arrow itself sort of pops open, ripping deeper into your skin. And she tries to like yank on the bow itself and pull you into this rebar sticking out of the front of the bow, but you hold it back, and it just rips the arrow out and follows the chain all the way back up into her hands. And that is going to be
Give me a nice bonus steal.
13 points of piercing damage.
Well, at least I'll have a cool bow after this.
Next
we
up
survive.
is Nikolai.
All right. I'm going to run across the deck up into this chick's face, and right when I get close to her, I'm gonna jump up into the air and do 3 in midair helicopter kicks like Black Panther does against Captain America in Civil War. That's a 21.
Yep.
And you said earlier 15 doesn't hit, and the other one's a 15, and I'll lower than 15.
Yep. So just a 21 then.
So 11 magical bludgeoning damage.
Okay, 11 magic bludgeoning damage. Is that your turn?
3 attacks. Yes.
You see her look around being attacked by 2 different people, and as she throws some sort of magical red bolt in Hogar's direction, he sort of like braces for impact, but it just sort of dissipates. But you have this deeper foreboding feeling that she just put something onto you. And she looks to you, Nikolai, and as she ducks, she vanishes. And with that, it is now Gronk's turn.
Right. So. She turned invisible, you said, right? Or
Yep.
she disappeared at least.
Yes.
If I look around, can I see any indication of where she might have gone, or everything's sort of suspect?
if you would like to take the time to look for her, it would like require full action. But if you're just going to give her like a side glance, then you don't think you could see anything in that time.
Okay, cool. Thank you. That I really just wanted the side glance to see if she just teleported somewhere or if she went invisible. Is really what I was sort of fishing for. And with that, her brother's still there, though, right?
Yep.
Okay. Cool. Well, I'm gonna. Did you say it's been more than a minute since we murdered her?
Yeah. It's
Okay,
been
so
a couple minutes.
then I'm gonna Spirit Guardians again as my action, and that's my last level 3 spell slot. And then as my bonus action, I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon. And is the brother within 20 feet of me?
Sure.
And have it attack him.
All right, roll for that.
Okay. And correct, Spiritual Weapon counts as a melee weapon attack, correct?
Melee spell. attack.
Melee spell attack.
Okay. Thank you. Why do I still have my Bardic Inspiration, though, right?
Has it been 10 minutes? Okay.
Nope. You're good.
Sweet. Thank you, sweetie. Okay, so that's 7. 13? Or no, 14?
Unfortunately, it does not. As you sort of spawn this, magical astral field around you, you try to summon your hammer as well, but a lot has happened in the last couple of seconds, and you're very distraught. Is that your turn, Gronk?
That is my turn.
All right, and after that, Nikolai, what is your armor class?
20.
Suddenly, as you look around for where she went, sort of off, farther down your ship, suddenly an arrow you see like out of midair, and before you can even react, it does the same thing, sink into your skin, as it did previously, and that is
Deflect missiles.
Spirit
sure, go for it.
Guardians.
All right.
Yeah, she's not in the 50-foot radius.
Never mind. It does last for up to 10 minutes.
Oh, okay, so you can keep it from the first one if you would like.
Yeah, but I won't make you go back and redo my action. So, continue.
Oh shit, okay, my bad.
Um,
But yes, you can certainly try.
all right. That is, I reduced the damage by 13.
God damn it, I lost my D6. I dropped it, and I really liked that D6. You take you take 13 points from the arrow itself, and but unfortunately, due to her stealthy abilities, you feel as if she has waylaid you with more
Wait, so even with the
effects.
damage reduction, it's still 13.
It's above 13. Give me a sec. 13 plus.
I think he's counting the damage right now.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
You take 38 points of piercing damage as this thing
Okay.
through and through as it shoots all the way through your shoulder. Causing
But you said the arrow specifically was 13, and the rest is magical stuff?
No, the rest is sneak attack. So it's technically the arrow damage.
Okay. So what was the total again?
30. Jesus.
8.
38. Sure, let's go with that.
38 minus 13 is 20.
Sweetie, your turn.
How long is our boat?
Um,
Or are they both within 60 feet?
you can't see the girl, but the guy is within 60 feet. He's sort of standing near the stairs of the helm, and she was sort of near the middle, near the mast, but she has thus now disappeared.
Well, point at him.
Till we find your sister, stay.
Whole person?
Casting hold on him. Yes.
It's going to be a 7 to resist.
Ooh. So he's now frozen. So after I say,
Stay.
and he freezes,
Good boy.
so he is frozen for a little bit. And I don't have any
Kill his ass.
bonus actions at the moment.
That's for you.
So that's my turn.
Okay.
Or actually, I'd like to approach him now that he's paralyzed.
Okay.
Could I get in like melee range?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, then I'll end my turn.
Okay. Sweetie, you having not seen the sister due to her disappearance, suddenly, what is your armor class?
17 now.
All right.
I took off the cloak.
That arrow, again, that barbed arrow sinks into your shoulder, dealing 7 plus 12 plus.
I'm
Can
out.
I use my reaction to see where it came from?
Your reaction? I mean, you can
Yeah.
like see where it's coming from. It's coming from the other side of the ship, near the front of the ship, near the first sail.
All right.
Garrick, you said 7?
No, I said 12, 16 total.
Yeah, if you said 7, I'm out. So I'm out.
And with that, so is your concentration with hold
Mhm.
person.
Mm-hmm.
It is now the man who was previously he was previously stunned, but now he looks and he looks towards he looks towards people who are around him. Hogar, are you? I presume you're like in the midsection of the ship near the mast.
Yeah, I'm not near him. I'm engaging his sister in mode-to-mode combat.
I mean, with a 30-foot jaunt over, I would assume that you were in range. The boat isn't that lengthy.
No.
He was just by the stairs, and the first mast is like 10, 15 feet above, maybe 20 feet in front of that. But he would like to come up to you, and he seems to similarly put another sort of curse onto you as you get like this dark energy sort of like keeps shrouding, and you all see as Hogar, this whole shadow runs up his legs, and like there's this sort of foreboding presence above him as he will take his attack. His attacks. The first attack is going to be a 21.
That hits.
And the second is going to be a 16.
That does not.
All right, with the first attack, he deals 9 piercing damage. And as he does so, he sort of cuts down you in the chest. And as he does, he sort of like flicks upward at your wrist, and it cuts across the vein, and you start bleeding profusely outward. And you fear that due to the qualities of the sword, you may be losing more hit points as the round continues, just due to the weaponry. With that, now it is Roku's turn.
Can I see this girl with true sight?
You certainly can. She's running up towards the front of the ship, and she's like every once in a while she's moving and popping out and taking a shot, and then trying to dip around the front mast for cover.
Is she less than 30 feet or up to 30 feet away?
I'd say no, but if you used your movement to get near her, then you could be.
No, I'm gonna attack this other dude then.
All right. You sort of see as he's like slicing at Hogar, he sort of like cuts a very vital portion of his body, and you sort of run up behind him, and he like turns his head, unfortunately looking at you.
That is a fucking crit. That is my first fucking crit
Ever in
Nice.
ever.
combat crit, yeah.
Yeah, that's really exciting. Okay.
Smite.
And I'm
You
gonna
also
use
have
my
Time.
Bardic Inspiration left
level
still, I
2
think.
smite on it. So I gotta roll double damage. Holy shit. Okay, this is exciting.
Yeah, if you use Sweetie's inspiration on the damage, that doubles as well.
Holy fuck, that's gonna be a lot
So
of
you get-
D8s.
2d8s plus, I think, 2d8.
Okay.
Oh,
And then it's a
paladins,
2d8.
you goofballs.
Do I do double strength too?
no, just the one.
Okay, 11. 16. 20 damage just from the maul axe. And I'm gonna roll all the D8s together here with the smites. Reroll ones and twos. Okay. 6, 13, 17, 23, 31, 35, and 39 damage from the smite.
Woo.
And then the second attack is a 21.
Yes, that also hits.
Question, did you use your Bardic Inspiration on the crit?
I did, yes. I'm gonna use a level 1 smite on this. Okay, that's 14 from the maul axe and 7 from the smite. So 21 in total.
Right. You walk up to this guy, and he sort of like turns around to notice you, but he has this air of him like, oh, I'll deal with you later. And you refuse that as you jam this axe blade directly into his neck and shoulder area, and then drag it downward across his back. And as he cocks his whole body back, like, you just take your hammer and hit him in the other shoulder, causing his whole body, and you think you hear a spinal crack as he sort of like leans downward for a second, gasping for breath. The slash and the bludgeon wound are now steaming with some sort of like energy due to you attacking him. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that felt really fucking good. Yep, that's my turn.
All right. And with that, he is going to turn around and use a legendary action to immediately respond to you. And I need to know, does a dirty 20 hit?
Yes.
Okay. I need you to make a strength save as well.
Okay. Do I have proficiency? Okay, that's 16.
You take shit. Give me a second. I got to do backwards math. 17 points of damage as you are as he hits you. He sort of like bashes his whole body into the strike, and you get knocked over prone in front of him.
Not cool.
Hogar, your turn.
Alright, so first, I'm going to cast the spell Zephyr Strike as the wind whips around me. And then I'm going to run up the map
Okay.
where he can't make an attack of opportunity against me.
All right. He sort of like recognizes that you're leaving and like goes to do something about it, but as you just and run away, he's too frightened of Roku and the immediate threat he presents to pursue you in any kind of way.
And then I take out the roll of bandages in my backpack and bandage up my wrist.
All right. Roll a medicine check.
16.
All right. Roll 1d4. Add your medicine skill.
The medicine skill bonus.
Yeah, modifier. Yeah.
Well, that was max, so that's a nice 4 plus 6, 10.
10 points. All right.
I regain 10 hit points.
Yeah.
Mauler.
Is that your turn?
Was that an action?
Yeah.
So I'm really keeping a lookout for the girl though.
Okay. Sort of like pop your head upwards as you wrap around this sort of like bandage around your wounds. You like take a look over the crow's nest, to which you are immediately met with the sight of an arrow flying directly towards you. Does a 19 hit?
Yes.
All right, I need you to make a strength save as well.
18.
Okay. You take 17 points of piercing damage, and as you do, you start to get dragged by the arrow. It goes through your body, and instead of like ripping apart your insides, it opens up on the other side of your shoulder, and it starts to just roll back. And as it tries to pull you over the edge of the crow's nest, you sort of like grab on and it rips back out the other side, but does not pull you near. But you do see the arrow come back to a spot right next to the mast and disappear.
How much damage did that do?
I gotta do it again. 17.
All right.
Nikolai, your turn.
So this dude, he's pretty focused on Roku right now.
He seems like it, yeah. Roku kind of fucked him up.
I am going to. I'm gonna like go up to this guy, and I'm gonna make 4 attacks against him. Spending
What?
basically, well, he's spending a key point plus is what I said.
Gotcha.
And while he's focused on, I just want to behind him take American boxing style body shots at his his kidneys area because he's facing away from me, and for 3 times. And on the last attack, I'm gonna drop down and try to sweep his legs out from under him. All right, so that is a 23.
That hits.
A dirty 20.
That also hits.
A 9.
That does not hit.
And a dirty 20.
That also hits.
And then he needs to make a dexterity saving throw to avoid being knocked prone.
He will certainly try. That is going to be an 8.
That fails. He will take 7 plus 11 is 24 magical bludgeoning damage as a result of the attacks, and he is now prone.
Okay. You kind of come up and you just lay these punches into his side, and as you do, it starts chinking his armor and breaking through it as pieces of this plate start to fall off, and you eventually just like sweep him onto the floor. So as Roku falls prone in front of him, you two make him fall flat on his face. Is that your turn?
Yes, it is.
With that, he is going to never mind. He is going to cast a spell. As you see, he sits on the floor. He sort of like takes a part of his leathery black armor and he rips it open, and out of his chest comes these 4 tendrils that sort of spew everywhere, and they attempt to attack those all around him, which are Roku and Nikolai, I believe, are the only 2 melee distance within him. You must make a strength saving throw.
21.
18.
Bitch numbers.
18, you said?
Yes.
I believe that pass. Yes, both of those pass, but you will take half damage from this, which is it's 6. You guys take 10 necrotic damage as these tendrils fly towards you, and they start to like try to grab at your legs, but you both kick them off, and they both just like go to slurp back into his chest.
That's gross. I didn't enjoy that. Not even a little.
To which it is now her turn as she decides to take a shot of out. You see from the previous area where you guys have been seeing arrows fly this whole time. You see yet another as Roku, or sorry, no, Gronk, the other fucking half-orc, that's his name, as you stand there sort of in the middle of the fray, but leaving yourself semi-unprotected. You see an arrow fly in your direction. Does a 26 hit?
Yes.
I need you to make a strength saving throw.
I'm gonna kill this bitch. That's right. You heard me. You heard what I said. 18.
All right. You see this arrow fly towards you, and it sinks in. And at first, it deals only 14 points of damage, having only pierced you slightly and having you taken
I'm down.
worse wounds, and it deals even more damage. But with that, it tries to pull you towards it, but your body sort of like slumps on the arrow, and then like just kind of like and apparently your dead weight is too much for the arrow to carry, so it sort of unlatches and flies back.
Punk.
You don't get to deal extra damage.
And with that,
and
it is Gronk's turn. Roll death save for me.
Did you already use Unrelenting Endurance?
Yeah. On the That's a fail.
All right. Fail number 1. And speaking of failed death saves, Sweetie, you're number 2.
You don't gotta put it like that. That hurts.
That's a fail.
Hey, I guess.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Again, very sorry for this. With that.
Wait, did you say speaking of failed death saves?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. I didn't mean for that to be so mean.
Especially because, like, Avery seems to roll nothing but failed saves. If he goes down and doesn't get healed, Avery's probably gonna die.
Well,
That's how that works.
I have one
Wait,
level
so
1 spell slot
our
left.
Cleric is down, and you've used all your lay on hands. Do you have any
I
healing
used-
spells, Roku?
No.
Oh, boy.
With that, the man lying prone in front of you, Roku, stands up. And even though he's being obliterated from Nikolai's punches behind, he decides to take his more advantageous position and lay 2 strikes into you. The first one is going to be a 22.
Yep.
Second of which is going to be I'll reroll this one, 18.
No.
So only the first one hits. And he sort of
Yes.
he stabs into you, and you take.
Oh boy.
I'm really sorry
No
about
damage.
it. 16 points of slashing damage,
And
that is all for now. As you just as he turns the blade within you, you start to like you cough out blood, and you feel as if he's grievously wounded you, similar to how he did to Hogar, and how this might impact you on your next couple of turns. And with that being said, it is now your turn, and you take from this lingering stomach wound 4 points of necrotic damage.
okay, I'm not looking too hot.
Um,
Yeah.
And then you can
Okay,
make
number
a DC 15 con saving throw to end this effect on you. It doesn't take your action or anything. You can just do it.
15.
Perfect. So just this one-time occurrence of this thing pumping way too much necrotic energy into you, you start to realize that these guys must not have been bluffing when they talked about the relationship with Vecna. Roku, it is now your turn.
How weak does this punk bitch look?
He is not as bleeding nearly as severely as about half of your friends. Actually, just about everyone is looking worse than he does. And you
That
can't
makes me
see the
nervous.
other one.
Okay, how far away is everybody from me?
I'm like right up next to you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm talking like Sweetie, Gronk, and Hogar.
Sweetie's also right next to you because he was in melee with this guy. Hogar is in the ship above, or sorry, in the crow's nest, and then Gronk is pretty near you guys as well, but he's a bit
Hogar,
far.
are you down?
No.
No.
Okay. I don't know. Am I allowed to voice my opinion? No, I'm dead. I'll shut up.
Thank you, Gronk.
Okay, I'm gonna stand up.
Okay.
That uses half my movement, right? Okay, and I'm gonna. I'm going to. I'm gonna finger a death him. Fuck it. He needs to make
That
a
was
con
nosy.
save for me.
You're gonna put yourself down with this.
10 plus
Actually, no, I
Friendly
won't. I still have
reminder.
unrelenting endurance.
Okay,
I
okay.
I got a 12, which I'm doubting passes the save.
Okay, so he's
Oh,
gonna
finger
take
death is
30
great.
plus 78 damage here.
Interesting.
I can re-roll ones and twos.
We can only
Yeah, wait,
reroll
wait,
think
wait,
that's
wait,
only
wait.
with
He's on
big
something
weapon.
else. Okay, do you want me to re-roll everything then?
If you re-rolled any, I don't know. Just do
Okay.
what you think is best. I love how everyone is kind of like, wait, does he do that?
I was
Should he?
like,
Should he?
no, I
Like
know that's a
literally
good
everyone was like,
I would assume Roku has great weapon master because it's Roku,
yeah, and
But
but
like,
also like that's a spell, but also hand and eye. So I don't.
yeah,
know.
exactly. That
I
was
don't know.
I fucking nerfed the hand and eye, and I was like, is that a thing? Did I say that?
Okay, he's gonna take 42 damage.
Oh, wow.
Crispy.
Yeah.
that's a wispy spell.
Plus the 30.
This
So 70
changes
something
things.
Yep.
You shoot this little green, like Avada Kedavra in Harry Potter, just shoot this little green bolt that hits him, and he sort of, did you really? And his bones start bending as he hits the ground. Each finger joint separates and starts to change as his whole skeleton returns to normal. As his eyes open, now white. He slowly stands up. Looking around.
Okay. I need to do other things.
Roku, is that your turn?
Yeah, for right now. I need to do stuff, and I'll let you know how it goes.
Well, we killed one of them.
You hear suddenly this horrific shriek of pain. A woman crying out for her fallen family member. And as she does, you hear something change. Her voice becomes more demonic as her original scream in pain turns into one of rage. And from across the ship, you feel as if something just changed in this girl. But you cannot see what. Hogard, it's now your turn.
Can Roku see what?
Roku, you can see what. As good point. she screams out as this sort of black energy that spews out of her brother, the same that turned into tendrils, flies to her, and she takes it and absorbs it into her hands, and it sort of flows through her body, and all of a sudden, her eyes flash pure whiteness, and her wounds are starting to seal as she stands, breathing very heavily. It looks as if she just got somewhat of a power increase. She pulls out her bow once more.
I'm going to turn around and pull out a spectral arrow and shoot it at Gronk, casting Healing Word. The word being whoosh.
Okay.
You
Gronk.
Whoosh!
whoosh. It hits him, and the sort of pink energy sort of like flows through your body. Giving
6 hit points.
I appreciate.
Whoosh! Okay, real quick. I didn't take
Whoosh,
damage, but
whoosh.
it did cast suggestion on me.
oh,
That's worse. That's so much worse.
Oh, that's worse.
You still got a wisdom save, I think.
Uh-oh.
what? No, he cast.
Oh,
I
no.
did the wisdom save.
Yeah, that was.
Oh no.
Hello, everyone. My name is Vecna. I'm new here.
One second. I'm just gonna text you something real quick, or not text. I'm gonna say it through the chat. So,
Give Sweetie
This
the hand and
changes.
eye now.
No, no. I will murder you myself. God damn it.
Guys, if we have to put Roku down like a sad dog, is that on the table?
Yes, unfortunately.
I was
I
kidding.
will
I don't
cry.
want to have to kill Roku.
I don't want to either. But if
I'll
he's
kill Vecna before we kill Roku. It's not gonna
just so
happen.
you know, if you read the contents of the suggestion spell, you do not have to do anything that harms yourself. Like, you cannot physically put yourself into harm's way. Just look at everything in the suggestion spell. Compare it to what
There's
Vecna
several
told you.
like caveats.
Yes, compare it to what Vecna told you, and you yourself, as Roku would, take the best course of action following this. As you all all don't know that anything happened.
Tom's kind of staring blankly. So good. Tom's probably just like, "What the fuck, Eric?" I'm kind of scared.
All right, you good, Tom? All right, thank you.
I don't like this. Sweetie's gonna die.
Hogar, did you do anything as your action?
I'm going to look where I heard the scream come from.
Mhm.
And have the wind whip around an adamantine arrow as I shoot in that direction.
All right, roll an attack with disadvantage.
Due to Zephyr Strike, I get advantage, so it's just a normal
Regular
roll.
attack.
And should I make the sniper and just put Sweetie's inspiration on it?
Sure.
Alright, this is sniper. Well, that won't need inspiration because that's the crit.
Okay.
So all of this is magical.
You can use it on the damage though. So
Turn your voice down, or you're gonna have to shut it down.
Sorry, Ron.
Alright, it's a D8, right?
Yes.
Sweetie.
yeah. Sorry.
Alright. Oh, that's good. Ten, 10, so 30, 37, plus 15, 52 piercing damage. Magical piercing.
All right. As soon as his arrow pierces her, she sort of like shrieks, and all of a sudden, she reappears standing as blood is dripping out of her wound.
Another shot. 19.
That does not hit. You see, as it flies towards her, some sort of increase in power she got from absorbing the energy of her dead brother. She looks towards the arrow, and she grabs it out of the air and snaps it in her hand.
Bitch went Super Saiyan. It's not fair.
And then I'm going to try and hide behind the mast.
All right, you can certainly try.
Because I can stand on it, so I'm standing parallel to the mast, but perpendicular to the mast.
And with that, she is going to look towards the zombie abomination that her brother has now become, and look towards Roku, as it is now, if anyone is to blame, it is him. She will take her attack towards you, no longer with advantage due to you being, due to her being now visible. You all see her just sort of like launch this chain arrow, and it sticks into the floor. She reels it back, and as tears well her eyes again, she takes another shot at Roku. This time, a 19 ace. Does that...
just makes it.
Okay, I need you to make a strength save as well.
Okay, that's an 18.
19.
19.
Okay, so you take from the arrow, you take 14 points of piercing damage. As
this is getting scary.
Never mind. 14 points. And with that, it is now Gronk's turn.
Wait, I'm immediately. Okay.
Sorry, did I skip you, Nikolai? Yeah, that was her. Sorry, that was her legendary action, not her turn.
Yeah,
it's not Nikolai's turn.
Okay. I wanna run over to Sweetie and see what I can do about helping him not die.
He's currently bleeding out. You could try to roll a medicine check to appease his wounds.
I'll like rip off a strip of his clothing and try to like pack it in the wound to stem the bleeding. It's a natural 20.
Okay. You
Nice. Okay.
rip off a part of this tuxedo and straight up ball it up. Look at the wound hole. Oh yeah,
he's wearing a sweater now.
Wife beater. Oh no, your sweater.
The healing sweater.
Packs it into this wound hole. Sweetie, you are now stabilized. You're not dying.
Since it's a nat 20 and he used the sweater that specifically gives healing, added my proficiency bonus, my healing spell is on me.
Right.
Do I get anything from that?
Unfortunately not. It's not a healing spell, but he did stabilize you, so you're not dying.
That's fair enough.
With that, he will now use his legendary, or her legendary action, my apologies, to her, to target Gronk. No, you did not stand up. I meant fucking Roku. I'm a racist, okay? Look, I'll say it. It's a 22 to hit.
Yeah, hits.
She seems to have a personal vendetta against you. I'm hoping you understand, as the corpse of her dead brother stands next to you, and some sort of disturbing allegiance to his killer. That's going to be 15 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make a strength save.
Oh, this is getting really fucking scary.
Like, no.
Dirty 20.
Like, necrotically desecrated.
All right, you're good. As yet again, this arrow tries to pull you, and it does not. With that, it is now her turn, where as she moves closer, tears in her eyes as well, she slowly starts to like make her way forward, and she's just firing these things. She'll make another attack towards you, Roku, as another 22 to hit, and this time using. Oh, she doesn't have sneak attack. Never mind. That's 6 plus 6. That's 12 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make another strength save.
That's another dirty 20.
Okay, then you're good.
And that drops me down, but I'm going to use my unrelenting endurance.
As you sort of
So
like
I'm at 1 hit point.
drop, she rips the arrow out of you, and without even thinking, she turns to make her second attack towards Nikolai, the man she was sent here for. And that's going to be 20. Oh, Jesus. 20. Math. 24 to hit?
Yeah.
26 to hit.
More than 20 hits. More than 19 hits.
12. I need you. It's 12 points of damage, and I also need you to make a strength save.
It's with her bow again.
Yes.
I will use my deflect missiles, and you said 12 points.
Mhm.
I'm gonna spend a key point and throw it back at her.
All right.
However, that's a natural one.
You see this like it's not a regular arrow that you could catch and throw it back, but it's like this chain. So you try to take it and spin around with it to like continue the course it's on, to continue the velocity, flying it back towards her. And as you do, it's sort of like you throw it and it slides out from under you like a dog on a leash that you accidentally let wrap around you. You like stand back up like, huh! To which it rolls back into her possession with. And with that, it is now Gronk's turn.
Sweet. So I'm immediately going to turn to Sweetie and say, "Don't give up on me, you bastard." And I'm point my finger at him and cast Healing Word.
At first level?
This specific word was
At first level. And those are the words. I'm not like, I have 1 level 3 spell slot, 1 level 4 spell slot, 1 level 2 spell slot, and 2 level 1 spell slots. So I'm running a bit low on resources right now, boyos. So
You're telling me.
Okay.
I have 6
You
key
get
points, but I
10
never
hit
run
points.
out of kung fu.
You get 10 hit points, Sweetie.
I get 13 hit points.
Nice. Go sweater.
And
Sorry,
then
I
I
ripped it a little
cast Cure Wounds on myself
say you
because I'm
ripped
a
my
selfish
pants
bastard.
instead.
And I get 9. Or, no, that's not true. I rolled a d6. It's a d8 for Cure Wounds. I also get 10 hit points, so boom. There we go.
10 hit points.
All right,
correct.
that's my turn.
All right, perfect. Sweetie, it is now your turn, as you are now awake, due to the healing qualities of this sweater. Helping.
Okay. Okay. 1 second. I have to read. I didn't think I'd be up. So okay. God. I want to sit up, look around quick, kind of like gauge my surroundings.
Ah, Roku, you destroyed another family.
Tasha's City's Laughter on
The girl.
the girl.
I thought you were going to
I
say on
can't see
Roku. I was like, what now?
Boy, I sighed. I thought so too.
That is going to be a 12 for her. Ooh.
Someone thinks it's kind of funny that her brother died. That's kind of fucked up.
Similar, in a similar vein to what we've been experiencing in D&D in general, with tears in her eyes, she starts to and she just bursts out as she hits the floor, gut busted, as the eyes are still watering, as she looks at her dead brother in the eyes, his now enslaved face. She still cries and lets out horrible, agonizing screams, but they are riding the line between laughter and agony.
Wow, that's pretty messed up. She really think that's funny.
Is that your turn, Sweetie?
Yeah, it is.
She cannot take her final legendary action, which she was waiting to do. And Roku, it is now your turn.
No, stop. You can't kill her. And I'm going to Can I order the zombie to be my shield?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna do so, and I'm gonna be like, Hogar, get down here. We're leaving. I'm gonna ready teleport for when he gets down here.
Okay.
Did I miss something?
We have this under control. What's happening?
I would like to think that as soon as Roku does this, the entire group just.
What?
But you can see in his eyes with 100% certainty, Roku readies the hand to get out of there. Roku, is that your turn?
Yep.
You putting the zombie in between yourself and her. You are taller than him, so you like peek upwards, but you like try to like kind of shield yourself. But you think you would definitely get some AC buffs, and also she would have to risk hitting her brother. So you think it's a pretty good plan. With that, Hogard, is now your turn as Roku is waiting on you to join him.
Where are we going?
Can I respond?
Yes, you can.
We can't kill her. Get down here.
Can we just tie her up or something?
I don't respond.
Did she drop her bow?
No, she's still holding on to it, but she is incapacitated currently. So you could try to grab it, but it would require a check of some sorts.
Yeah, I'll go and try to steal her bow.
You run over to her, and she's laughing hysterically as she clutches the bow in her grasp.
Yeah, well, I am calling some ogre power.
I
Or
forgot
trying
you
to
had those.
take it away from her.
All right, roll an athletics check.
17.
As you grab at it, you're like trying to grab it out of her hands, and she like just keeps rolling as she literally rolls on the floor with laughter. And she like puts it under her body, making it hard to grab it, and you can't get it out of her grasps in your
She's
turn.
prone, right?
Incapacitated.
Is it metal?
Sort of. It looks to be a metal you don't recognize.
Okay.
Oh, that's my turn.
Okay. It is now Nikolai's turn.
I'm run towards this hope, and when I get close, I'm going to jump up into the air and 180-degree spin into a falling axe kick. And then as soon as I land, I'm just going to throw 2 elbow strikes. I can't roll anything today.
That is with
so,
advantage. I assume you knew that.
Okay, that's a little
okay.
different then. I
Yeah,
rolled all 3 of them at once. So do you want me to just re-roll them individually?
Yeah, like re-roll 1. That's the first one. Re-roll the second. Yeah.
First attack is one of those is my 3rd natural 1 for this set. The other one was 2, but also 18 plus 5, 23.
That hits.
First elbow strike is a natural 20
Also
with advantage. Second elbow strike is 13.
Okay, that one does not, unfortunately, but the
Alrighty.
ass kick and the first elbow do.
So it's 8 plus 2 is 10, plus 10 is 20. Magical bludgeoning damage.
20 magical bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
All right. You continue to beat her down as she's like laying there, and I'm pretty sure she can re-roll the save when she takes damage. Correct? Or am I remembering that wrong, Avery?
What? Sorry.
Tajay
She
says
she
she
takes
takes
damage.
re-roll
She
the
has
save when
advantage.
she takes damage.
She has
That's-
advantage on the save.
Oh my fucking god! She rolled a 2 and a 1 with advantage, so
Nice.
she is
Well, yeah.
hysterical.
She really thinks it's funny that her brother died.
She enjoys this so thoroughly.
Sure,
He's
I
also
guess.
like one of those disturbing zombies that hasn't rotted yet.
He
Like
just
he's
straight
a
up looks
fresh walking
Yeah.
corpse.
looks like a real person. Besides basically his eyes, you can just see the dead. But other than that, he just sort of like
The giant gaping wounds that riddle his body.
that are still bleeding. Like it hasn't even dried or like it's still oozing blood as he stands and moves. With that, it is now her turn. She's going to attempt to shake it off. Jesus, that's an 11.
Nope.
Okay.
I
Gronk,
know
your
for a
turn.
Super Saiyan, she's not rolling super hot.
Yeah, this is kind of killing the vibe here.
I'm gonna cast heat metal on her bow,
Okay.
and
Are Hogar's
so
hands still on it?
Oh,
no. Okay, good. I'll have her make. She needs to make a Constitution saving throw, if she wants to hold on to it.
She has disadvantage on, or she can't take. No, never mind.
What? I was like, wait, what was that?
Sorry, I thinking something else differently.
She rolled a dirty 20 on that. So she will hold
Okay,
on to it
so-
and take damage, I believe.
Yeah, she'll take damage. She would have taken damage anyway, but 11 points of fire damage.
Lucky
She'll just
her.
continue to take damage later in life.
Yeah, so she just made it worse for herself, is all.
Except she gets to make the save again.
Sweetie, your turn.
I want to run up and approach her.
She took damage. She can roll the save again, right?
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Sorry.
With advantage.
Again, I'm dumb. Sorry. Holy fucking shit. It's a 3 and a 7, resulting in 8 being the highest.
18.
8.
No, 8.
Straight.
I thought you. Oh, well, it's a 15 save, so.
Jesus. Okay. Nope. She continues to be dying.
I want to run up, and as she's laying there,
Nikolai, grab her head.
stop.
Help me throw her in the water. Wait. Before I do that,
I want to go into her pockets, or try and get my 100 gold back.
Roll sleight of hand check.
Are you kidding me? That's what's sleight of hand? +4. That's a 6.
Yeah, she seems to be thrashing and kicking. Like she's laughing, but she definitely knows you guys are here. So she's doing her best to sort of flail you guys off of her. And it's kind of, it feels gross because you're like trying to like reach at this woman, and she's like kicking off you, and you're like, eh. So it's sort of, you ever like wrestle with your girlfriend, and you're like, I don't like this. I'm too much stronger than you. You know what I mean? You're like, you should be better at this. Okay. Anyways, is that
Dad,
your turn?
never mind the gold. Nikolai, just tell me throw her off.
And then I ready to grab like her feet or something, like, or just stand by it, just like ready to throw her off.
All right. Roku. They don't seem to have heeded your warning.
We can't kill her. She has to stay alive.
And why is that?
Because I say so.
That's real cute. Let's throw her over.
Don't let them. And I point the zombie to like move between them and her.
He's like, and he just like starts sprinting over to the situation. And with that, lucky us, a new player enters the fray. A new challenger approaches.
Is that a Pokemon thing? Like, I
That was
see that
a
lot.
Smash Brothers thing.
Oh.
Smash Brothers thing.
Unfortunate.
Sweetie
No.
does a this probably won't even hit. You're fine. Does a 13 hit you? This zombie comes up and
That's what
due to Roku seeming very weird, he starts to command it, which is another thing you just learned, that not only is this man a zombie, but Roku has say over it. And it grabs a hold of your arm and just very like a Romero zombie, just like, and you're like, ugh, get off. But he's like,
No, don't harm them.
and sort of he's like has the arm. He's like, huh? He like lets go of your arm.
That'll be my whole turn.
And that's Roku's entire turn. And with that, we're back up to Hogar.
I'm looking at the zombie. look at Roku, pull out my bow, and ready in action for it. If she stops laughing, I'm going to shoot her.
Okay.
Arnold, the way you worded that whole sequence, I thought you were about to take a shot at Roku, and I was real concerned.
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
going to shoot
Because
the
if you
zombie.
hit that, that fool's going down. He's got a 1 hit point.
I can just punch him.
With that, Nikolai, it's now your turn.
I'm gonna spend a key point and unload on this zombie.
Oh, poor zombie. His armor class is 8, just so you know.
Alright, well. More than 8. More than 8. More than 8. More than 8. Ooh. 31 magical bludgeoning damage.
So much for being a zombie.
His head, his jaw snaps off, and he just like falls apart, and he's like, and then you like take his neck and just like you end it with like a very Bruce Lee like you snap his neck, and you're like, whoa, as you obliterate this thing. No, he dies horrifically. He's dead.
Oh, if he died, I wanted to God of War, when you kill a Draugr, he like shove your hands into him and like rip him in half.
Yeah, that works too. You finish as his jaw is unhinged and he looks to be begging for his life as one of his eyes is dislodged. He's like, you're like, tear him in half like a Mortal Kombat fatality. And as blood rains over, you see that.
Come on, he was friendly.
The expression in this woman's eye gets even more concerned, but she again cannot stop laughing. Nikolai, is that your turn?
Yes. Yes, it is.
It is now her turn, and she will try to resist yet again. Oh my fucking god! That's a 3.
Wow.
Did your dice like
really
marinating Gerald's butthole for a
No,
bit or
they were
something?
doing so good when you guys were like, but then as soon as you took down her brother, they were just like, not anymore. Like they have the upper hand now. We can't decide anything about this. All right, Gronk.
All right. Constitution saving throw, Garrick.
Yeah. And yet again, it's pretty good for the con save. No, that's not her. That's 16 for the con save.
Okay, she passes. She will continue to hold this as she takes 5 points of fire damage. But I'm not gonna like attack her or anything. But I am going to go up to her and kneel down and say, Roy, remember that bit where we told you, hey, don't attack us, we'll let you live? Yeah, I bet you're regretting a lot of decisions now, aren't you? And I like sort of pat her on her face and sort of like that sadistic, like you're gonna fucking die kind of way.
Just Gronk.
She goes to stab you in the chest, Gronk.
She's
Breaking
talking
from
I
about
can
her.
fucking take it. I'm about to kill this bitch.
That's going to be a 21 to hit, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw if it does. I just
That
assumed it did.
fails. I have my tower shield, so my AC is 22. But I will take the con. Do I take the Constitution
No.
saving throw?
You don't. You're fine.
Stop laughing, Garrett.
She did stop laughing.
That's not good. However, she will continue to burn alive.
Hogar,
Do you still have Spirit Guardians up?
No, he if whatever wound, not cure wounds. Fucking heat metal is a concentration. No.
And also, I
22.
went down, so I lost that.
That as well.
Oh, I forgot you
Yes.
died.
You are within 5 feet, so you got to take a disadvantage because you were over her trying to take her weapons, and you never specified you left. So
You get advantage on people who are prone.
no, not with ranged attacks.
And I'll just stab her. Wait, no,
It should be double disadvantage if that's the thing, which it's not.
You readied your arrows specifically.
All right, 19.
That hits.
Then the dirty 20 hits as well.
Yep.
And you said I need to specify magical from non-magical?
Yep.
17 damage total.
Okay. You look to see as this sort of like aura of weird energy she had flowing around her with that specific arrow dissipates. And she seems to have no longer be Super Saiyan.
Her hair turns back to its normal color, and her
That
eyebrows
being
grow
said,
back.
she still looks relatively healthy, especially compared to her dead brother.
Who's now in two pieces.
Dead.
Well, no shit.
Probably killed the most healthy out of all of us. That was an ally.
I don't know. I'm doing pretty solid.
Say,
All right, and with that, it is Sweetie's turn.
Shit. She woke up. Well, stay.
Casting hold person yet again.
She'll probably fucking fail. Natural 20! She succeeds. It's not that I'm happy for her. I'm just excited to not roll 2. So you gotta understand. I gotta remain
That's
impartial.
fair.
Guys, it didn't work.
Taking a step back. And that's my turn.
All right. Roku. Your zombie got killed.
And I have 1 hit point. Okay. And I can't attack her. I'm going to put myself between her and my allies.
That's not a good idea.
No, it's not.
wants you dead most.
You run up and you like squeeze your way into the fray, holding your hands away from them, trying to keep her unharmed.
Roku, what are you doing?
Just like, that's what I'm going to do my whole turn.
All right. And with that, she attempts to take a legendary action attack, but instead she like sort of stands up, puts the sword to Roku's throat that she is currently holding. She sort of has the bow in her offhand, sort of like dangling there, like she wasn't putting it away professionally. She's just holding it. Let me see my brother's body, and I'll give you anything.
Look down. It's right there. If you look over there, he's a little over there. Some in between, right there.
Shows the bow on her back, and as she tries to like walk past, she like starts to sheathe her sword questionably, seeing if whether or not you guys are going to attack her.
Right. So this has been a pretty hostile situation, and what's with the sudden change of heart?
She will continue talking. Do you let her move past you?
I'd back up.
Yeah, I'll like open so she can get to her brother, but my hands are still up, ready to throw down if need be.
My bow is still drawn.
She sort of like sheathes her weaponry. She puts the pieces of her brother back together. His name was Asia. I'm sorry we brought this on you people. It's just business. Hogar, it's your turn.
If she makes any hostile move, I shoot her.
You still
That
have
was
heat
my-
metal up, Gronk? You still have heat metal up?
Yeah, but she stowed the bow.
You have to use bonus action for damage.
Okay,
I'm ready to attack if she makes any hostile movements.
Nikolai.
I'm gonna turn towards Roku. Roku, are you still interceding between us and her?
Yep.
Goku, step aside.
You can't kill her.
Why not?
She ceased hostilities. She's no longer hostile. She's not an enemy.
For the time being, then we don't kill her. What about earlier? During the fight, what was with it then?
Don't kill her. She almost killed me.
Yeah, and I killed her brother.
So what? You'd rather have her just sit there and soak in her own tears instead of just putting her out of her misery?
Well, if she surrendered, then we can keep her prisoner in one of the rooms on the ship. At least until we get to Waterfront.
It feels wrong. We can't kill her.
Well,
Right.
Nikolai has to anyway.
With that,
You have to kill your siblings for some reason.
Does Roku have any ulterior motive to this?
with that, it is now her turn. And she will use her full turn to scoop both halves of her brother and run off the edge of the ship.
Can I cast hold person on her, like as she starts running?
No. She hits the water. But, well, she took everything. Her brother's sword did get left behind.
I look over the side to see if I see them.
You sort of like stare for a bit, and you see as if she's like not returning to the surface of the water. And after about probably 30 seconds, you see very, very far back her head pop up above the water. She looks at the ship and proceeds to swim in the opposite direction.
Right. We gave a fair warning, so I don't know what she expected. And with that, I'm gonna go inspect the sword.
What about it? Are you casting anything?
I'm
on
gonna
it?
cast Identify with a level 4 spell slot because like I don't have a whole lot else.
Cool.
Can't you take 10 minutes to do it?
Yeah,
Or
if you do it.
11,
Oh shit! Yeah. Okay, I'll do it that way instead, just in case she decides she wants to come back.
All right. You look as this sword looks to be much like Inigo Montoya's sword in The Princess Bride, how it has a large sort of curled like
Wire
not
grip
cross
hilt, that's what
guard.
it's called.
Yeah, thank you. It has that sort of, except it's in black, and it sort of still extends its cross guards in a bit of black little edges. And as the blade is black itself, but in the very, very way, like the couple of inches up the blade, it has writing in abyssal, if you can speak that. But it has these carvings into it specifically that are burning a fiery red. And the hilt is red as well. And the sword seems to just irradiate. Pain is a good emotion to describe it. It just seems like a painful weapon.
Rock, can you see if what they did to me is still here?
I'm sorry, Jared. What?
Can you see if what they did to me is still here?
Well, are you still bleeding out profusely?
No, they used some sort of magic on me. Other than being
I don't know. Can I tell if Hogar's still under the
If
effect of
you
the spell?
identify him,
I mean, so I identified Hogar.
Yeah,
Let me
no.
do this for 10 minutes.
I don't know. I'm not sure if you can identify people, but from the looks of Kogar, he doesn't seem to be bleeding or anything.
That's why I was like, okay. So, but other than it's just got some creepy writing on it, there's nothing magical about this sword.
Oh no, there is magic imbued in the sword. Itself has a quality in which it can even unintentionally strike the most vital of locations tearing and tugging at certain organs, causing it to cause a wounding effect on a person. You can choose to inflict a wound upon them, and they will take 1d4 damage per times you have wounded them. At the top of every round, DC 15 Constitution saving throw to end the effect on yourself. Or on
Okay.
If you instead touch a creature throughout the casting, you learn what spells, if any, are currently effective.
Okay.
Nah. I don't know where he is.
While Gronk is doing this, I'm gonna take out my ritual dagger.
Guys, I think I've had enough of Vecna and his followers for a little bit.
I'm gonna throw a dagger on the ground and go downstairs and look for the sword I stole from the weapon shop.
The flying one? The
Yes.
dancing one, sorry.
The
Yeah, you
dancing
guys
one,
just kind of left it in a pile upstairs, which I just sort of said was moved downstairs at some point to make room upstairs for the things you guys
Mhm.
participate in, like fighting. Yeah, and you find it. It's a very elegant, sort of rapier-like blade instead of for, sort of great combat like a sword regularly would be. It's very thin, meant for slicing and dicing while flying elegantly through the air.
I also want to go downstairs and grab the other sword. Wasn't it that the life steal sword?
Yes, that is a sword you guys as well have. The weird one with the sort of 2 points that come into like a key formation.
The one that Ferris found?
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
Sweetie found it. Ferris claimed it.
Yes.
This
And
is
there's
all
at least two
right.
of them.
When
in
you
the universe.
when you resurrected Ferris had it on him, and he took off with one. So now there is one still on the ship.
Somebody take me to the hole in the bottom of the boat.
Follow me.
And then when
Grab a crate.
Okay, give me a second.
Or hold on.
Roku.
Oh, hold on.
Whatever effects were just holding you shake off, and you realize that while you thought it was your own ideals at the time, Vecna was controlling your mind. You, Nikolai, as well, being questioning of him, see that he has something he just shrugged off.
Goku, are you okay? You're a little weird there for you. A few minutes.
Vecna.
Happens.
Well, when I did the whole zombie thing on that dude, Vecna was all, your mind's now for a little bit.
You can do that. You can just, if you use the hand, up in for some tea. Is that how that works?
Until I figure it out, yeah.
Don't want to have to bring this up again. But perhaps if that is the case, it could be a little dangerous to use that in these situations.
Well,
I kind of used it to kill one of them, didn't I?
and this
Yes.
also a special situation where these two happen to be following a Vecna.
Well,
downstairs.
Yeah, Hogar, you
Oh.
went downstairs with the problem.
That's right.
I just worry about you. I don't want you to be compromised, especially not in a fight. We need you, not Vecna. Too
don't
important to lose.
I don't regret using it.
Well, I have to get back to piloting now. I will go to the helm.
I'm gonna go take a nap because I am not looking too hot.
After I grabbed the sword, I was just going to go back up with the sword and staff in hand, the bone staff that I had for a while on my back. And as I pass Roku, I'm going to gesture back over to the ritual dagger I just kind of threw on the ground.
I'm gonna take a break from talking to Vecna so often. I think it was going to lead me down a path of potentially killing you or trying to. I don't really want to do that. So I'm going to try and take a break. If he needs me, he can come talk to me.
I mean, you could try right now. I'm looking pretty weak.
If I have your permission, but
No, it's fine.
Good choice.
I'm going to walk over to the captain's quarters and go to bed while attuning to these two items.
Okay.
I'm going to go up to the crow's nest and tune myself to the life stealer after I show Gronk the hole.
Okay,
Right
so
now,
I have
Gronk, now you have your opportunity with the hole. Thank you.
okay, so I have one level 4 spell slot left, and that is this, and I'm going to use it for the spell Fabricate, and I'm going to use that for the next 10 minutes. I'm going to magic take the wooden crate and basically patch the bottom of the boat with that. So then we stop taking on water because bedrolls is not a good fix.
You see this very interesting mix of, it's actually still a pool up to your waist in the bottom of the ship.
Damn.
You have to like his ankles for him.
No, it's
Unless
for
more
you,
water's
it
coming.
submerges you, but like for him,
It's probably filled since you were in there, sweetie.
Well, yeah, but I remember like making the hut, and then like half of it disappeared, so it like, went down. It's good.
And then more of it came back because like you guys over time came like little by little started filling up again. But lucky enough for you, you guys haven't hit any more hazards, which would cause this thing to very much probably dislodge and overthrow the entirety of the bottom of the ship. So you submerge your hands into this water with a wooden crate. As you slowly start to shape it, it starts to like move around, and like you start to see all 3 dimensions of this box as they sort of like unfold and like shift into the ground. And eventually, after this time you spent, the box has now completely assimilated, lining itself perfectly with the wood at the bottom of the ship. It's as if nothing ever happened at all. It's not like you made the box repair the bottom of the ship. It's just that for this weird portion of the ship, it is now the texture and wood of the box as opposed to what a ship would look like.
Yeah, so it's got this weird discoloration, but
yeah, it's a little bit lighter.
Like
the wood paneling's facing the opposite direction.
When you make a Minecraft house and you have like a few squares that are birch instead of oak, and it looks terrible.
Mm-hmm. It's like the wood logs that all go a certain way, and then one of them is like turned facing you, and then the rest are going that way.
That hurts.
That's what this looks like.
It hurts.
But as long as it's no longer taking on water, I'll count that as a win. We can figure out how to get rid of the water later.
Well, really, I'm gonna take a big fat nap.
Is Sork in my room?
Yeah, if that is where you left him.
Cool. I just wanted to make sure that Death Twins didn't murder him while I was out.
Would you like to check on him?
Yes.
Oh, hey man, how's it going? I heard some ruckus. I wanted to
Is
make
he
sure everyone's all right.
sitting on my bed?
Yeah, his little legs dangling over the side.
Well, I'm not going to say a word. I'm just going to go over to the opposite side of the bed, sit on it, and then fall asleep.
Gronk, you all right? Gronk? Okay, I'll get the door. And he goes and like shuts the door, sort of looks around. And with that, actually, after everyone sort of takes their time to attune to the items they wish, night starts to fall, as you guys have had a pretty strenuous afternoon. Do you guys continue on your naps because it was only like an hour or two until night?
At some point, I'm gonna go wake Hogarth so he can take over for me.
Yes, I'll take care of that too. I'm gonna sheathe the life stealer where I keep my short sword and walk down to pilot the ship for the night.
The life stealer is a long sword, though, if I need to remind you.
Does it come with a sheath?
No, actually, it will fit, but it definitely is not meant for what you want to do, as it has like a couple inches of sword sticking out of the hilt, as well as its weird shape, as not accounted for by any sheath in the entire world thus far. So it sort of like carves the side of this thing as you try to shove it down. You're like, and it like still dangles out a little bit, but it does keep your weapon.
Oh, well.
pond in a fresh asshole.
Hmm.
It's not working out.
I really need that magical bow.
All right. Do you guys switch to Hogar piloting?
Yeah.
All right. Hogar, I need you to make a piloting check.
I just don't add anything to that, right? 15.
All right. You try to keep this on a steady course, sort of in the southeast region you need to get around the corner of the continent. But a couple hours into the night, you eventually start sort of like not dozing off, but when you're driving your car home, you just sort of space out and you end up home and you're a little concerned on how that happened. You start to do that with the ship as you sort of like snap to it because something caught your vision. As you see a landmass on your right side, too big to be an island, and you think it's the far right corner of the continent itself, sort of where you ferried over to Trusk, but it's a little deeper in, and it's where the continent starts to curve, and you have to sort of hug that side to get to the waterfront. I need you to make a perception check as you stare into this heavily wooded, almost jungle-like area.
16.
You glance over, and just barely, you catch something on the shore. Something hiding within the trees. These two very, very small, due to your distance, small eyes glow red and face you. And just when they catch you, you seem like a deer in headlights. You sort of freeze, considering whether or not this may be your imagination. When it raises its body into full stance, it towers even above these trees. It lets out a bellowing roar that shakes the entirety. Even your ship, you feel vibrations within the boat, and it sort of spews this bloody spittle into the night air that reflects on the moon. And with that, it sort of hunches back down its large reptilian form and runs deeper into the forest behind it.
This how long after I exchange watch does this happen?
A couple hours, but this thing wakes up everybody on board as you think either you are in the midst of a thunderstorm or something.
Tarask? Question mark.
I'm gonna head upstairs, grabbing my staff as I go. What was that? Is everything okay? With my new cloak tucked into my belt, more like a tunic than a cloak, but that's how I'm wearing it.
It was not something from the mainland. It was big. Couldn't see it well. It ran off.
Avery, you were gonna say something?
No, it's fine.
I don't know what it was.
Avery, hit up Garrett, because I don't remember them because I knew I wasn't gonna use it.
Yeah, I just asked.
So everything is okay. I can go back to sleep now.
I think so.
Sounds good. I'd like to go back to sleep.
All right, you go back to sleep.
I do.
All right, as you go back under, being slightly disturbed from your experience throughout the night, you continue on forth, not letting it.
When you wake up in the middle of the night, like you think you hear someone in your house, decide it's nothing, but still like.
What is someone in my house though? And that, as you all are woken up by this, but presumably Nikolai was the only one who cared to go ask.
Well, yeah.
You all just kind of shrug off whatever monstrosity this could possibly be. Morning falls, but Hogar, you almost don't recognize morning due to the amount of fog that has rolled into your vision. And this is heavy fog, but probably not even Benton would cancel because it's Benton, but it is a very horrifically heavy fog, and you can't discern the fog from the water itself. Everything is this fine light gray sort of mist everywhere.
Is Nikolai come up to reclaim his shift?
Eventually, yes.
Do I? Yeah, I do.
I mean,
Roku, he can probably see through this fog. I gotta sleep.
That's good. Find Roku, wherever he is.
I sleep in like a crisscross applesauce top deck now.
I'm gonna go up with him, or to him with my staff, and like poke him in the side of the head.
you sort of like bend your head and like turn, eyes open.
I was wondering if you could assist in navigation. I can see through this. I thought maybe you could.
Can I see through it okay?
Roll a perception check for me.
No, I can't. 5.
You use your sight that is good against shape changers and illusions and decide maybe you're not cut out for this fog.
What if you tried X-ray vision? X-ray through the fog.
You once again try to use the eye, and this is better. You see through fog, but you see more fog. You just expand the radius in which you can see just a little bit more, but there is still fog past it. So,
is it enough to be helpful?
You think so? You can see more than they can see.
Okay, then I'll head up to the front of the ship and call out land masses if I see them, or rocks and such.
All right. And who is steering?
Hogar, before you go to bed, perhaps since you've taken to assisting with my piloting so often, perhaps when you were done sleeping, you could come back up and I could give you a few pointers.
That's good. Saying we don't want to crash somewhere or die.
All right. Sweetie.
I'm gonna go downstairs to my room instead of sleeping in the crow's nest.
Yes. Sweetie, when you wake up in the captain quarters, you wake up to a which you wake up and look to the floor where you see that oh so familiar sacrificial dagger shaking. Pauses.
Feckin's hitting your line. Late night booty call.
This is like 7 a.m., so I think it might be a bit late.
Already?
And I go
Sweetie,
pick it up.
You up?
Yeah, I'm home alone.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I go pick it up.
You sort of use the magic in this dagger to have Vecna call upon you as well, him. To which you see that spectral form not even care to shift your surroundings into that blank astral space. You only see a translucent figure of the man himself float in through the front door, no bigger than like a human this time, where he usually takes a hulking mass. But you see the skeleton form with the books flying around him say, "What were you trying to do? Were you trying to cut me off, sweetie?"
What? No, I just wanted to take a little bit of a break.
You don't take a break. You promised to be a follower of mine. When did that get cloudy?
Well, I still follow you. It's just you had other followers try and kill me, so I thought you weren't really. I thought you didn't really care for me, so I was just gonna, take a couple day break, and I was gonna come back. You know how it is.
They didn't try to kill you because they were my followers. They tried to kill you because they were assassins. Are you so dull you do not understand? They only talked about money. They weren't about me. Of course they wanted the hand and eye. Everyone does. Why would you think that you can just get rid of me when I am the source of so many of your powers? I can take it all away in an instant, just as I gave it.
Well, the more I think about it, the more I don't also want to kill Roku to take his hand and eye.
I never
I
told
think-
you to kill Roku. That was
Well,
your
you know, take-
idea.
Well, it's kind of insinuated.
And if I don't recall, I also told you how to safely remove the hand and eye. So what part of this makes you think that I'd want you to kill Roku? You twist my words and make everyone think I'm a villain more than they already do. There are legitimate concerns you can have with me, but there are some things that you misconstrue, sweetie. I can take away the things that I gave to you if you continue to disobey me.
I didn't realize I was disobeying.
You cannot
You.
take a break from me. That thing floating next to your bed, and he points to your gazer sort of sitting there. I pointed you in its direction, and it follows my will. I could take it away in a moment. I could have it turn on you. I could have it, so accidentally shoot a beam in Nikolai's direction, so he puts an end to its sorrow.
You know,
life.
I never really tried making you out to be a bad guy, but right now it's kind of seeming.
Because I asked for one single thing, sweetie, your utmost loyalty. And you're questioning that for no reason. You can understand my anger. Your friends, do you not remember them? They judged you even before you got to me. They questioned your ways. They always make references about your incompatibility. Do you really think that they just would decide on their own behalf? That I'm evil? No, that's what the storybooks say, but you're almost too intelligent for that.
I mean, yeah, everyone always does say you're evil. That's you got that one right. I didn't realize, just taking a small break from this whole, just sitting back for a second, realizing that I'm me, not worrying about other powers for a second. I didn't realize that'd be so detrimental, so I'm sorry.
When I gave you my power, you are now a follower of mine. Don't ever let me question that again, sweetie. You understand?
I have a question, only for questioning purposes, so don't get all angry when I ask. Is that okay?
We shall see.
Let's say I did take a break and I was just done for a bit. What would happen? If I just kind of up and just kind of stopped for a bit. Well, what would happen? I'm honestly just curious.
You're trying to take away everything that I gave you. You're trying to take away the knowledge I could secure you. What, you want the hand and eye on your own accord now? Don't forget who came crawling to whom for help. I graciously cast my net out for help in the upcoming war where gods will try to invade your plane, and you just want to take a break from me? Well, I hope you enjoy being without responsibility, sweetie, because it is your fault that the universe will downfall. You understand me? And he vanishes, leaving you alone.
Go up here outside, look around. Did anyone else hear this?
Nope. Everyone seems to be, who's up deck is doing their piloting. Actually, speaking of, Nikolai, would you mind rolling a first Roku roll perception check to see how well you can navigate through the storm with your extra vision?
3.
All right, Nikolai, just roll a regular piloting check.
5.
You're sitting there like, how's it going up there, Roku? Roku's sitting up there going,
That expression, the blind leading the blind, has never been more appropriate.
Gronk,
Even with the god eye.
when you awake to a certain noise, I thought but oh, sorry. Did I wake you? Sork, the halfling man, stands up. I was just trying to write a song or two.
Right. Okay. I forgot you did that. Well, I'll give you some privacy.
No, actually, Gronk, I meant to talk to you last night. I've been having trouble coming up with songs. I'm a bit stressed lately. I kind of want to hear about you, you know? I'm a storyteller by nature, so maybe you could inspire me. You guys have been through some cool stuff, right?
I guess you could say that, but
All right.
I'm not really the inspiring type. I mean, like, Sweetie's the one
No,
who's
like what? I don't know. How'd you all meet? Yeah, something like that. Come on, like a little something. Or what just happened last night? You guys never fill me in on any of your journeys, and I've always wanted to know.
well, last night, we went into that girl's head that came aboard, and apparently there was a demon living in there. So we killed her, and then we came back out of her head, and then they tried to kill us, so we killed them.
Man, man, I could never survive out there like you guys. I'm glad I'm with you guys, by the way. Sorry I can't give you more. I was thinking maybe writing a song about your guys' exploits, you know? When all this is over, I go performing at a tavern or two and get you some notoriety.
Oh, that's interesting. But
You know, like your own theme song or ballad, power ballad or something.
that would be pretty kick-ass. But are you sure? Like, you want us? Like, sounds like you've seen a lot of shit as well. You could write
People don't like listening to songs about assassinations and executions. Now, fighting off assassins that you just exorcised the demon out of their head. Now, that's an interesting tale.
I guess you could say that.
I'll get working on something, Gronk. Thank you. And if you got any more stories for me, let me know.
It didn't occur to me until just now, but y'all totally performed an exorcism the section I was gone. Like, quite literally expelled the demon.
And like okay, but yeah, if you're gonna leave, go ahead. I get a little self-conscious about these songs.
Oh, okay. Yeah, take all the time you need. I'll sleep somewhere else if need be.
And as you're leaving the room, he's like, well, singers shit when they're annoying, and they're like, anyways. You leave, and it's a bit bitter cold out because of the fog, which brings me back to the boys up top. Nick, you are absolutely convinced that you cannot see anything. The mast in front of you can see, but the one near the face of the ship you can't. And like it's and even Roku is, you can swear to God you can't see him.
This is
Roku, you're out gazing around when the mist starts getting into your own face and you're not sure what is mist beyond your point, what is mist in your point of vision. And all of a sudden, the entirety of the boat rocks with a... and you all stop moving.
That sounded expensive.
You guys are facing at a slight upward angle, and you are no longer moving.
Is everybody okay?
Burst out of the room.
What just happened?
Well,
I'm still sleeping.
considering the angle that the boat is currently at, we're either beached or wrecked. Hoping the former, the latter is more likely.
Fuck.
Roku, I can't see you or anything else. What's the situation?
I'm going to try and look down.
You look down and you see yourself sort of perched up, and as you look at the things below you, you see wood scattered everywhere, but not just from your own boat, but from another. So you take a glance, and there is actually a small keelboat as well, perched up on a sandbar that you are currently on. And the keelboat is like sort of like the ship up top, and it has a sort of cabin area that you can like move downward into. And it has one singular sail, but it seems to be beached as well. And as you look down, a person actually comes out of the cabin below, and you see a give me 1 second here. Sorry. You see a man, and he is a human with long brown hair and smooth golden skin. And he looks as if he's been stuck out here for a while, judging by the sanctity of his clothes, where he looks up and goes, "Hey, can you guys help us out?" And that is where we will pick up next time.
Oh.